Alright, let the final battle against Labrys begin. Okay, so Labrys is now a bit different compared to whenever we fought her shadow, because now her axe has different properties. By that I mean, like, the more she attacks with it, the stronger it'll pretty much get. I believe that's how it works anyway. But the whole thing is, well, also she now has access to her persona, which is actually pretty dang powerful. And ow. Yeah, anyway. Jeez. Okay, wasted my boost there on accident, but oh well. Zeodyne should be enough to finish her off. Well, not yet, of course, but like, blarg. And ow. Okay, this is gonna hurt a lot. Okay, ow. Anyway, we're just gonna finish things off with the Thunder Slash. And that's it for Labrys.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
Labrys has stopped moving. The only sound is a smug voice that continues to come from her. Those heartless words cause anger to boil up within me.
Who are you? Why are you toying with people's emotions like this? Labrys isn't a tool. If you want to fight, then come out and fight!
You're quite passionate. You, Narukami, was it?
This person, whoever he is, knows about me. Then, maybe it isn't a coincidence that we were dragged into this. This revelation shakes all of us.
Labrys' shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys' persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
Enough is enough. I've never been so irritated knowing that I can't do anything to whoever is controlling Labrys.
So your scheme hasn't ended.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
The communication cuts off abruptly without answering me. Labrys immediately slumps to her knees. Before I can even begin to move, Aige-san is already at Labrys' side to support her. Aige-san looks at me and nods, confirming that Labrys is alright. Thank goodness. Labrys is okay. I feel a bit of my strength drained from me. Still, the sword in my hands feels awfully heavy. Mitsuru-san speaks up from behind me, even as I consider this.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
What? Wait a second. We went through this whole big thing and that's it?
She's right. There's no way in hell we're backing out of this now.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
My friends bristle at Mitsuru-san's proposal. After all, we've come this far, and we already knew about the dangers. There's so much I want to say, but I can understand why they'd want us to stay away.
Guys, I think we can trust Mitsuru-san. We should let them handle this.
My friends respond with looks of shock. Of course they don't agree. But now's not the time to complicate matters. One of them should understand why I'm backing down so easily. I stare directly into Yosuke's eyes for a moment, hoping that he understands my intention here. Come on, Yosuke, back me up.
Yeah. We're all tired, so let's just get the heck out of here.
Smooth, Yosuke. Oh well. Sneak a glance towards Mitsuru-san and the others to see if they've picked up on this, but none of them appear to have noticed. Maybe they're just pretending not to notice. Well, in any case, it means we've been let go for now. I sigh with relief before urging everyone inside the exit TV. When I return to the real world, exhaustion from the events of the day catch up to me, more tired than I'd expected. Then again, I had been fighting all this time. It can't be helped. Everyone else seems tired too, so we decide to go our separate ways for the day. Still, everyone is safe. Labrys included. It'll still be a while before this case is completely closed, but I think we can assume the disturbance has been settled for now. I worry about the mastermind that had taken control of Labrys, but I need to rest for now. When I get back home, Nanako greets me with a bright smile. The moment I see that, all the exhaustion of the day hits me, along with a profound sense of relief. I can't keep myself from staggering. Nanako and my uncle were worried a bit by that, but that doesn't bother me at all. There was something I wanted to do in my room, but I hadn't even been in my room for an hour when my awareness melts into the darkness. A dream? No, that's not it. My vision is quietly enveloped by a familiar blue color. This is the Velvet Room.
The actions you took, the way you withstood this trial, it truly shook me to my core. You have bested the misfortunes dealt to you and learned an important lesson.
Margaret is smiling more than usual, and appears to be blushing slightly as well. I only did what came naturally to me, but she must have discovered something more than that. The path that leads past the door we've opened. The door to the future. I don't know what it is for sure, but I have a good idea that we've taken our first steps on it. I nod in understanding, and Margaret continues.
Now, I have a personal matter to discuss with you, not as a resident of this room. The one with malicious intent who struck at you today, this malice has not faded or subsided in the least. I'm worried about you. It may be that fate will deal you a third trial. Do you have the resolve to face it? You are strong. I will never cease to find you intriguing. It seems my fears were groundless. I'm already anticipating our next meeting. Until then, farewell.
Bye, Margaret. Margaret smiles once more, and my vision begins to fade. The dream is ending. I fall into a deep sleep. I wake up to my phone ringing. According to the call, we're supposed to meet up at the outskirts of the shopping district, at the crossroads in front of a gas station. When I arrived, the other members of the investigation team had already shown up. Surprisingly, the one who called us was Labrys. She wanted us to come so that she could say her farewells to us.
Woo, is that it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh man, it's so long. What the heck kind of car is that? How does it even turn corners?
A long limousine drives up to us with surprising speed. It's so long that I can't believe that it was able to handle the country roads of Inaba. I don't think I'll ever see another automobile like this in my life. The limo slows to a stop and smoothly parks beside us. Mitsuru-san climbs out of the back seat and nods to us. Labrys and Akihiko-san are in the back seat as well.
You're looking good, Labrys.
Sorry I made you come here all of a sudden, but there was something I really wanted to tell you guys.
When I look at her, Labrys smiles and looks embarrassed. She takes a moment to look around at all of us, then continues.
I decided to work with Mitsuru-san. I want to catch the darn culprit. Not only that, but, you know how you guys had my back during this whole mess? Yeah. This time, I want to get yours.
You go and do that.
I can't help but smile at the conviction and trust in her words. Labrys has faced her weakness and accepted it, and she's about to begin walking towards the goal she found on her own. That's why I don't see any reason to stop her. It'll be sad to see her go, but this decision is one Labrys made for herself.
Definitely ain't the last you've seen of me. When I come back, we'll hang out some, okay? I'll be waiting, and so will everyone else.
Come back soon. To lose such a rare beauty again, it's so tragic.
That's what you're sad about?
Everyone has their own response to Labrys' news. But one thing's for sure, we'll be waiting for her. There's no lie behind that sentiment. After all, she is our friend. Mitsuru-san tells Labrys that it's time, and they get back into the limo. Labrys looks me right in the eye. She seems as if she might cry at any second, but has resolved not to. She
You
smiles.
guys are the best. I'm glad it was you who were there when I woke up.
Well, see ya.
Man and machine. I wonder if there's truly a difference between them anymore. The thought comes to me as we wave our final goodbyes to Labrys. The limo demonstrates impressive agility as it speeds off down the narrow rural roads.
Aw, she's really gone. Seriously. Wish she could have stayed a little longer.
I would have liked that myself, but they have their own tasks that must be done.
Yosuke and I share a glance after Naoto says that. Their own tasks, huh? It's not just theirs. We smile at each other. Ever since I answered Mitsuru-san's proposal inside the TV, I've had my mind made up. Yosuke already knows how I think. Then again, the conversation wasn't very long ago. It had only been this morning. I don't know how she found my number, but after Labrys' phone call earlier, I decided to cook breakfast for Nanako and my uncle. Also, excuse me. Nanako hears me making noise in the kitchen and stands next to me excited.
I'll help too.
I panic for a moment when Nanako reaches for the other cutting board and a knife. I consider stopping her, then decide not
If
to.
you're gonna use the knife, be careful, okay? Make sure you don't cut yourself.
Uh-huh. I'm always careful when I cook with you.
Nanako picks up a cucumber from the counter and begins slicing it diagonally. Her skills are still clumsy and unsteady, but all I do is caution her and how to hold the knife, and then I watch her work without intervening. She doesn't have to become a master all at once. All it takes is constant progress, little by little. The same can be said for me, or anybody. Even though things may hurt us, and we may want to give up, we just have to keep trying, as many times as it takes, until we see our goals through. Instead of nothing changing, I wish to see everything changing, along with myself.
Oops, sorry, Nanako. Could you put the knife down for a second?
Okay.
I ensure that Nanako has put down the knife before I answer my phone. I didn't have to look at the screen to know who was calling.
Hello? Is this Yosuke?
Like you don't know. Listen, about yesterday.
I thought this was coming.
Yosuke rushes on, as if irritated that we have to have this conversation over the phone, but I manage to calm him down. It's funny that he gets excited. He's getting so excited over this, but I'm glad he managed to wait the whole night before calling me.
Yosuke, do you remember the Moonlight Bridge? The one from our class trip?
Yeah, sure. I used to be a city boy too, remember? Hey, were you checking out the Kitty Joe group online?
Perceptive as always. Now that's my partner. When I went back to my room last night, I'd spent as much time as I could searching for information about the Kirijo group online before I fell asleep. Of course, there wasn't anything about an organization involving Labrys or Ike-san, but the little I did find was better than nothing. Yosuke asks me if I plan to go back on my word to Mitsuru-san and the others. I did say that we ought to trust them to solve this mystery, but I never said we should let them do it alone. After all, the person behind everything may be after us. On top of that, they were using others in horrific ways.
Back down from this, right?
Now you're talking, partner.
Yosuke and I continue to talk. We know that we're getting closer and closer to a battle with an enemy we haven't even seen yet. There's only one thought in my mind. No matter what kinds of hardships await for us on this path, we will continue to fight on. As long as we have friends that will walk the path alongside us. Nanako watches me talk on my cell phone and smiles.
You seem excited, big bro.
I smile back at her innocent face before making a confident declaration.
The investigation team is back in action. This program was brought to you by the following sponsors: